Insane new Nintendo Switch games of the summer. Nintendo is one of the biggest names out there, responsible for plenty of our childhoods and even now continuing to be a juggernaut of gaming. Almost everyone knows who Mario is, and their Switch console is the 5th best-selling of all time, catching the eyes of over 100 million buyers with its innovative features and great titles. It continues to be an incredibly popular product 5 years on. The summer offers plenty of opportunities for gamers to expand their collections, with some highly anticipated series coming within the next few months. Here at Techtastic, we've rounded up a few of the most anticipated upcoming releases for you to look at. Let's view them together. Before we do though, why don't you hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already? Okay, done? Great. Let's get to the games.
This is Techtastic.
Mario Strikers Battle League. One of the titles that probably haven't been released yet at the time of this video, we kick things off with Mario Strikers Battle League, the third game in the Mario Strikers series and the first in 15 years. In this game, you play a sport loosely based on 5-a-side football, except there's basically no rules except score. You can pass, shoot, and dribble your way to the goal as with normal soccer.
But with no fouls, you can tackle, thrash, and even stop your opponent.
But you can also kick your teammates and opponents from behind, set the ball on fire, and shove the ball carrier to the electric fence covering the field's perimeter to dispose of them. This one's for the hooligans out there, coming out on June 10th. Sonic Origins. Mario's rival gets to have a go on the Switch as well in this upcoming remaster of the original Sonic the Hedgehog games. Sonic Origins takes Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and gives it all a digital touch-up for the modern era. Featuring enhanced graphics, brand new unlockables, and an all-new anniversary game mode, this is one for all the Sonic fans out there who grew up with Sega's mascot. On top of that, you can pre-register for the game's June 23rd release to receive more goodies. What's not to like about a blast from the past, right? Fire Emblem Warriors. 3 Hopes.
Same mistake again.
Up next is a Nintendo Switch exclusive spin-off to the Fire Emblem series. Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes is a hack-and-slash action game with a mix of strategy, allowing you to command your units and give orders while also rampaging across the battlefields with the playable characters. Based on the game Fire Emblem 3 Houses, 3 Hopes features many of the same characters while giving you an all-new protagonist named Chaz, coming soon on June 24. Capcom Fighting Collection. It's a good time for fans of the classics as Capcom brings Capcom Fighting Collection to the Switch on June 24th. Taking the arcade fighting classics of the past and porting them over to modern consoles, this is more than just that. It also comes with online multiplayer, a customizable training mode, customization settings, and a gallery featuring 500 pages of art and 400 classic musical tracks. Boasting a lineup that includes Street Fighter II, Super Gem Fighter, Super Puzzle Fighter, Cyberbots, all 5 Darkstalker games, and for the first time on console, Red Earth. Exciting, right? Live Alive Remake.
Other stories are on the horizon.
You will repay my loyalty.
Live Alive is a strategic RPG game, originally released back in 1994 with a somewhat unique storyline. Instead of the usual linear story, you take on 7 different scenarios in any order, journeying through space and time as you fill the shoes of each setting's protagonist one at a time. Once you've completed them all, you then unlock 2 missions which tie each of the seemingly unrelated stories together in a neat ribbon and closes off the game. For the most part, gameplay is the same across all scenarios, but each one introduces a new unique gimmick. Considered one of the best RPG games out there, Live Alive was unlucky not to get a Western release, until now that is. It's not just a port though. It's meant to be a remake with vastly improved graphics and even character voices, coming on July 22. Digimon Survive. Digimon Survive is the latest entry in the Digimon series of games, finally dropping on the 29th of July after 3 years of delays.
わあ、態度悪。そんなんじゃ女子に嫌われ。
Initially announced in 2018 and slated for a 2019 release to coincide with the franchise's 20th anniversary, a combination of the COVID-19 pandemic and lag have delayed its release year after year, until finally everything was ready in full. In this anime-style tactical RPG game, you're to lead the protagonist Takuma and his digital friend Agumon across a mysterious world as you try to find your way back home, changing the story with your decisions. With fully animated cutscenes, a colorful cast of characters, and a world-class music production, Digimon Survive promises to be a treat that was well worth the wait. Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Now, kids, you share a
Also on July 29th comes the much-awaited third installment in the Xenoblade Chronicles series. In this game, you take control of characters from the nations of Caves and Agnes, which are locked in bloody conflict as your party explores a massive open world in order to unite everyone against their true threat. Combat is fast-paced and takes place in real time, encouraging you to properly position your allies to make the most of their abilities. On top of that, if prerequisites are met, your party members can combine into an awesome giant that can turn the tide of battle in your favor. With interesting mechanics, world, and story, Xenoblade Chronicles is shaping up to be one of the biggest releases of the season. 2 Point Campus.
dynamic. More, whatever this is.
2 Point Campus is an upcoming simulation game wherein you construct and develop a university, growing it into the biggest and best in the world. Originally meant to be released on May 17th, the developers pushed their release date back to August 9 to further polish the game, and if it all goes well, could be a brilliant decision that makes it well worth the extra wait. Build classrooms and libraries, organize events, and appoint staff to teach your students and keep the campus running. Attend to your students' needs, and keep everyone happy with beautiful decorations, all while managing the school's budget. From the same minds behind the popular game 2 Point Hospital, 2 Point Campus retains its predecessor's sense of fun with colorful characters and wacky courses like Night School, which, as the name suggests, teaches willing students the ways of chivalry and becoming a medieval knight. It's all about striking a balance, like most management sims. If you're a fan of the game that came before 2 Point Hospital or of the games like The Sims, then this might be the season's release for you. While these are the prominent upcoming releases among the full-fledged original video games, they're not the only titans making themselves available. A couple of expansion updates continue the stories of major franchises in the forms of Monster Hunter Rise, Sunbreak, and Cuphead: The Delicious Last Course. Both DLCs add brand new locations and never-before-seen enemies to their respective games, and coincidentally, both drop on June 30. If all that isn't enough for you, some really heavy hitters are also making their debuts on the platform in the forms of chaotic battle royale Fall Guys, also becoming free to play by the way, and psychological horror RPG Omori, both on June 17, Demolition Derby Racer Wreckfest on June 21st, and beloved ever-improving adventure survival No Man's Sky at a yet-to-be-determined release date sometime within the summer. And that's our roundup of the most anticipated Nintendo Switch releases of the summer. With giant upon giant dropping, it's surely a good season for gaming. Have any of these caught your eye? If so, feel free to let us know which ones did in the comments. And if you like this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to Techtastic for more content about everything tech. Thank you, and goodbye.